Good morning, everybody. Lee Brower here, and welcome to this week's edition of Meaningful Monday. I am grateful to be here, and I am glad to be here. Imagine for a moment that you're a world-class athlete. Imagine that you get an invitation to compete in the world's toughest race. Then imagine you're like me and like Lori. So interested in watching it. Why? Because we know a professional athlete that this is his skill and he's going to be on the show. So if you want to watch it, go to Amazon. It just started this last Friday and it's called The World's Toughest Race. And our friend's name is Shane Siegel, S-I-G-L-E, and he's on a team called Endure. Endure is a unique team. Normally Shane, when he competes in events like this, and we first met Shane as a result of our son Nick, who attended a First Descents camp, which is First Descents is an organization that focuses on young adults who are living with cancer. And they create outdoor adventures that they can participate in. And the first camp that Nick went to was for kayaking. And Shane was one of the counselors or guides there. And they developed a close friend. Shane was a world-class kayaker, and so they developed this friendship. And we've kept that friendship ever since. So Shane is in this event, but he's not competing to get on the podium. He's competing for the journey, the experience. He's been asked to be on a team of a father and son, both of them previous competitors, both of them who had signed up for different teams for this event. But the father was recently diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and he's losing his ability to even zip up a shirt or tie his shoes or put on gloves, or to feed himself. And so they're having to do this with him, but yet he's got stamina. He's got the ability to go up hills. His strength in climbing the hills, he's about almost 60 years old, but his climb in climbing the hills inspired everybody else and kept the pace. It was fun to see the dynamics of how they worked. And they're just one of many teams. But the lessons, we were more focused on that because we know him, of course, and we felt more emotion because of that. And when you see his son hugging his dad, and his dad's fear is that his grandchildren won't know him, won't know the real him. In a sense of, Dad, don't you worry 1 second. They will know everything about you and who you are. I mean, it was compelling in that regard. So watch it if you can, but let's just think about some of the real quick lessons. You will see gratitude throughout. I look at gratitude as the keystone that builds these bridges that connect people together. And without gratitude, we have no connection. And connection is one of the critical ingredients in culture. So I look at the culture that occurred in these teams. And connecting is how those teams were connected together and what they were willing to do. The second element of it is to be safe, to create a safe place, to be, that you're safe in. Now, I don't mean safe and to make sure you have the ropes tied to you and all that stuff. I'm talking about safety emotionally, where you're willing to make a mistake. And teams out there made mistakes. They might be off 2 or 3 hours because they went the wrong way. But instead of criticizing and getting mad and all that other stuff, they put those emotions aside and said, wait a second, as a team, we have a safe space. We have to allow us to make mistakes, and then we have to allow us to be able to learn from them and to grow. The teamwork was incredible. And the third thing is you have to have a shared vision. And that shared vision for some is to be on the podium. For some others, it's just to finish. For others, it's to see how far they can go. And I think for Shane and his team, you cannot, I'm not going to spoil it, so I want you to watch it. But I want you to think about those elements of building culture. It all begins with gratitude. Then it talks about how connected you are. It talks about being able to be safe, to be able to say what you want to say, to contribute what you want to contribute, and then to be able to make mistakes, not have that fear of failure, but to be able to use that mistake to be able to grow from and learn from. And then the final thing, of course, is a shared vision. Are you creating culture in those areas that you have influence? Can you be more grateful, have more connectedness? Can you create an environment where you're willing to make mistakes and learn from them? And can you create an environment where you have a shared vision? Enjoy this week. Thank you for allowing me to share this with you. I'd be interested in how you see. If you go to Amazon and watch this, we'd love to have you go there. We'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.